prominent world events in 2016. 2016 has ended with developments affecting humanity. New Hanoi newspaper pleased to introduce you to read the 10 events the most prominent world in the past year. 1. The Court of Arbitration dismissed China's claims in the South China Sea. On 12/7, the Permanent Court of Arbitration was established under Annex 7 of the Convention of United Nations Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, in 1982 ruled the last of the Philippines case with China. The ruling states that no legal basis for China's claim in the South China Sea and the history of the so-called nine-dotted line drawn by China is contrary to the UNCLOS. This is the first international award-related disputes in the South China Sea and has received wide acclaim of the international community. 2. Cuban revolutionary leader Fidel Castro dies, the great revolutionary and eminent of the 20th century, a great friend of the people close to Vietnam, died on 26/11, at the age of 90. Fidel Castro, who gathers and leaders of the Cuban revolutionary forces and founded the first socialist state in the Western Hemisphere, has become a legend not only in the history of Cuba, but also of Latin America and the world. 3. He chose to leave the European Union. The majority of British voters vote for leaving the European Union, EU, in a referendum the day 23/6. This event has shocked the whole world. That changed the whole outcome of the political parties in the country that is considered one of the pillars of the EU, while altering structural political world, entail the risk of major instability for the EU in terms of politics, security and economy. 4. Unexpected victory of presidential candidate Donald Trump. On 8/11, Donald Trump, a character with a populist ideology and no political experience, won a landslide victory in the dramatic presidential election in American history. For the first time the U.S. has a president come from the business community. The strategic direction of Mr. Trump's controversial and difficult to predict that the policy of the new administration in the U.S. 5. Uncertainty continues to haunt security throughout Europe. A series of bloody terrorist attacks happened in many European countries such as Germany, France, Belgium, Turkey, with increasing degree of brutality, has shocked public opinion, and shows the security vulnerabilities as well as loose cooperation among countries in the continent. Besides the specter of terrorism, migration crisis persists, the political confusion following the failed coup in Turkey, along with concerns about the policies of the new administration in the United States, the EU is putting the security challenges are considered the biggest since the Second World War. 6. Heaped Paris on official climate change effect. After nearly 70 countries and territories, including the biggest emitters such as the US, China, India, approval, the official Paris Agreement effective from 4/11 days, much earlier than expected. This shows more clearly aware of the danger that climate change causes. 7. The big turning point in the war in Syria, with the support of the Russian army, after more than a year to open the offensives. Last December, Syrian government forces have regained control almost completely. Aleppo, strategic city of Syria's second largest, is also the stronghold of the rebels. This development marks an important shift in the conflict lasted nearly 6 years between forces backing the Syrian government with terrorist groups and the opposition. 8. Colombia achieved historic peace agreement, after nearly 4 years of difficult negotiations. 26/9, the government of Colombia and the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, FARC, signed a peace agreement, ending 52 years of conflict. Opened opportunities for peace, national reconciliation in this country. With his contribution to the signing of this historic document, Colombian President J.M. Santos was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 2016. 9. Zika virus spread around the world. From the beginning of 2016, Zika virus, which causes many serious diseases, have spread power in dozens of countries and territories in Latin America and the Caribbean, forcing Team World Health Organization, WHO, had declared a state of emergency. Next, the service has spread to the United States, Canada, several European countries and a series of other Southeast Asian countries, including Vietnam. Currently there is no preventive vaccine and effective treatment for the virus. 10. Profile Panama World that shocks, the leak of confidential documents, the most colossal ever, with more than 11 million documents are published, has unveiled the secret about the activities of tax evasion and laundering money from the mid-1970s, involving hundreds of thousands of companies worldwide. The incident has shocked the world, forcing governments and water authorities in the investigation officials, politicians in some countries to abandon the political arena.